I was recommended to do that first before the event quest.
Why does she want me to stare?
So I think we're gonna go ahead and go straight into it.
Feeling about this.
Alright. Cat is not here yet. Cat is not here yet. Yes. Let's go. My dad is still on the way.
Ah, welcome, honored traveler. Guji told me about your visit. Please, come in.
Well, that was a lot easier than last time.
The almighty Shogun is also inside. It's best not to keep her waiting.
Now, there's no need to be so stubborn about this. I'll adjust the budget here, and we'll definitely turn a profit.
No. We must confirm the official representative before discussing details. There is an order to this that must be followed.
From the way she's talking, this must be the Shogun, right?
Yeah, it's her alright.
Ah, little one. It's about time. Come, I have a contract for you to sign. Whoa, we're not just gonna sign a random contract out of the blue!
Also, if it's one of your contracts, how can I be sure I'm not signing myself up for slave labor or something?
Hardly. Oh, well, labor is a part of it, but you will be compensated. So it is as bad as Paimon thought.
I see. So she's the representative you selected. She would indeed be the perfect candidate for the MIKAWA Flower Festival. When the yokai still roamed the land, they celebrated an event known as the MIKAWA Flower Festival. It was an occasion for drink, laughter, and merriment.
We hosted a version of it during the Test of Courage. Unfortunately, due to time constraints, we weren't able to put on a large celebration. So I got to thinking, why not have another go? This time with the MIKAWA Flower Festival for yokai and humans alike.
Yeah.
One that combines human ingenuity with yokai arts to offer the most innovative and thrilling entertainment of our time. Open to all humans and yokai throughout the land. Entertainment, huh? Wait, kind of like a Kitsu Yuge and a Kitsu Hanea Sobi? Those games were really fun.
I don't remember those games.
For an important event like this, an official representative is required to preside over the festivities. In the past, the role was usually given to the Guji, or an individual from the Yashiro Commission. But this time...
Neither myself nor the Kamisato family can assume the position, given we represent one side or the other, the yokai or the humans.
But aren't I human too?
Human you may be, but you possess a deep connection with the yokai, and you do not hail from this land. That makes you a more neutral option.
I'm an alien.
Moreover, you took part in the previous festival during the Test of Courage. In my estimation, there is no better candidate for the role.
Plus, your name has the potential to attract an even greater showing. So are you going to sign this thing, or what?
Of course, for the publicity, she wants me to do it.
You've got a point. Then let's go ahead and... Wait! Paimon almost fell into a trap!
How much are you willing to offer?
Oh, come now. This is for an important occasion, is it not? Even I've chosen to throw profit to the wind. Surely a selfless hero like yourself wouldn't turn your back on a good cause.
According to the proposal, the proceeds will be distributed as follows. 40% to Yae Publishing House, and 10% to the festival representative.
Hey, no fair! Now, 10% might not sound like much, but Yae Publishing House is going to great lengths for this occasion, both in time and personnel. All you need to do is show your face.
You say that now, and then you're gonna put me to work once I agree.
Getting smart, aren't you, little one? In that case, I'll throw in another 10% from the other half of the proceeds.
What's the story behind him? My mom died in November, and she had 2 cats, and he's one of them. And the other one is still gonna be at my dad's for now, but we're trying to find a home for the other one. The other one is violent and doesn't get along with anyone, her other pets, so Yeah. But we need if anybody's interested in maybe helping rehabilitate other cat, I would drive her anywhere, really, in the US. I think we would probably drive her anywhere in the US to make sure that she had a safe place.
No. The other half is going to the shogunate. That is not up for negotiation. But I am rather curious about the supposed great lengths you mentioned. Unless I am mistaken, most of the personnel and supplies are to be provided by the shogunate. In that sense, 40% seems rather high for your establishment, does it not?
That A. When did she reprogram you to argue back like this?
Proceeds should be distributed according to contribution. Besides, from the very beginning, you planned to allocate an additional 10% of your share to the traveler, did you not?
Wait, so earlier you were just trying to shortchange us?
What's the
Yes.
fun in bargaining if you open up with your best offer right off the bat?
Paimon doesn't see the fun at all. But 20% is acceptable.
What do I have to do?
Games have always been a central part of the festival, and both Akitsu Haneasobi and Akitsu Yuge were extremely popular. So, the plan is to host an event where the attendees have 48 hours to create a game of their own. We'll have new and exciting entertainment in no time.
Ooh, everyone loves fun games. You won't have to worry about attracting humans and yokai to the event.
That is the general plan. I'll leave you to iron out the finer details and contact the participants. This is a critical time for the Shogunate's new development plans, and the survey team is returning momentarily, so I must turn my attention to them.
Got it, got it. We'll see you later then. Jinju Forest. Let's pay a
Oh,
visit
yeah.
to our old friend Ioroi.
We can invite all of the yokais to come and be part of the festival. As though caught in a dream. What? Oh wow, teleported me straight there. That's great.
Oh, but before I forget, you should eat this kitsune meal first.
Whoa, it smells so good. Oh, and also kind of like fried tofu for some reason.
That's Yaimiko's favorite.
Don't slip and fall.
The smell of humans. Nothing to see here, just a statue. Huh? Wait, why do I smell kitsune?
Remember us, Ioroi?
Ah, it's you youngsters. And you! Huh. The nasty kitsune who turned Chinju Forest into the playground for her test of courage.
Oh, Chinju Forest is supposed to be Yoroi's territory, right? Oh, no wonder he's so mad.
Exactly. How could you hold a test of courage without inviting me?
Oh, so that's what he's angry about.
Anyway, what brings you all here? Something to discuss?
He avoided the question completely.
I actually came to apologize about the test of courage. It was my mistake not to invite more yokai to the ceremony. So for this MIKAWA Flower Festival, I knew I had to extend a personal invitation to the bake-danuki.
Huh? The MIKAWA Flower Festival?
Yes! The MIKAWA Flower Festival! Huh? Kichiboshi? Shosei? Gyobu-koba? Where did you come from?
It's because of the kitsune meal? On second thought, better not that.
Never trust an apology from a kitsune, or an invitation for that matter. It's just a silly festival. So what if there's delicious food or fun games?
Yum, yum! Fun!
That's enough, you two. Don't fall for the kitsune's cheap tricks. Such hopeless, innocent cubs.
What a shame. I was hoping to take you all to the festival, but it would seem Ioroi disapproves. I suppose it makes sense. Poor Ioroi, stuck in this statue all alone while the rest of you got to have fun. How sad that would be.
Poor Yoroi.
Excuse you. I am Ioroi, the Kakushigami of the bake-danuki. Yes. Just worried the cubs will get distracted and stray from the tanuki path.
I should also mention I was hoping the bake-danuki could help the humans take their games to the next level. Talented as you are in the art of transformation, in Inazuma, only the bake-danuki can hope to match the kitsune in that area.
Match? The kitsune could never rival the transformative gifts of the bake-danuki.
Oh, well, I was thinking of using the bake-danuki as the symbol of the event in the promotions and such. But alas, it would seem that you don't like that idea, Ioroi. No matter. I shall simply seek the help of the kitsune. When the time comes, all of Inazuma will know the kitsune stepped in to accomplish what the bake-danuki could not.
Wait!
What an obvious strategy.
It worked, didn't it?
It did work.
My dear cubs, transforming into things that already exist is only a small fraction of what it means to become a great bake-danuki. To even get a quarter of the way through your training, you must be able to turn into things of your own invention. Just like when I turned into a gigantic ramen bowl that could fly. So go forth and seize this opportunity so you can advance the name of the... advance your training.
This is so funny.
Not all humans are bad and scary. Some are good, just like these youngsters. Go with them and transform into things you've never tried before.
Don't worry, Ioroi. The little tanuki are safe with me.
You're the one I'm worried about.
Well, we're here too. We'll make sure they don't, stray from the path.
I'll hold you to that. Now, Kichiboshi, Shosei, Yobukoban, while you're out there, always listen to...
Yep. Always listen to Whitefur. And Miss Yellowfur. And Auntie Pink. Miss Pinkfur.
Auntie Pink.
I almost forgot.
Auntie
Given their level of
Pink.
training, speaking to humans will be a problem. Just a moment, I'll cook up a few bake-danuki meals to keep on hand.
No need. Here, Miss Pinkfur prepared a special kitsune meal for you all. It will give you the ability to speak to humans.
You stole our tricks too? And changed the name?
Seemingly oblivious to Yoroi's loud sounds of protest. I can't read that file.
Yum!
Is it really that much better than mine?
Splendid. That should make our lives easier. Now we can head into the city and start forming the teams. Well, we need more than bake-danuki power to design these games. 2 humans per team should suffice, I'd say. Now, I need to discuss the layout of the venue with the Yashiro Commission. I'll leave the team recruitment to you.
I need to earn that extra 10%.
Hold on. You're not taking part, Miko? You're really gonna sit out on the fun? You of all people?
Checking on our
Making
man
games is nowhere
here.
near as fun as playing them.
Still under the
Besides,
couch.
working through the night certainly isn't my idea of a good time.
Poor boy.
Making games? Working through the night?
Anyway, this time I'm going to wait for the fun to come to me. See you later, little ones.
Okay.
City! So many houses! So many humans! Gotta farm beans! Whitefur? Yellowfur? How do we farm beans?
I don't know.
Form teams, not farm beans.
All right.
It's kind of hard to explain. Yeah, that's right.
Farm beans.
People with the same taste. You know, into the same thing. It's easier to come up with a game that way.
Tastes the same. Got it! Easy peasy. Whitefur, dumb. Farm beans that taste the same.
Farm beans that taste the same. Yeah, that's what I got. Yep.
Nope. in different directions, too. Let's go after them.
They're gonna be a handful for us. Oh, it's the other way. The first one. Hey, look who it is. Yeah. Wait, you're saying he's not one of Ushi's friends? Whoa, pump the brakes. I thought he was your friend. Oh no,
Longhorn
Navier.
Oni and Shorthorn Oni.
He talks. I thought that's a headband.
Shosei, there
He's
you
just a
are.
regular guy.
White fur! Yellow fur! Shosei found white fur and yellow fur number 2! Both great yokai. Both like to play.
Great yokai. He thinks I'm an Oni too? He does, yeah. Listen, I was just playing some Genius Invocation, of course, with my good bro Toma during his time off. And then, out of the blue, this Shosei appeared right in the middle of our match.
Shosei loves to play. Longhorn and Shorthorn Oni also love to play. We taste the same.
Wait, what? Oh, don't tell Ito about farming beans. The MIKAWA Flower Festival. Should open with that, compadre. Man, the Arataki gang really hard carried the last one. We'll turn this one into something special too.
Hitatsumi Kozo and the others did all the work, bullchucker. You're really lumping them in with your gang?
Little yokai who have been living out in the wilderness. Though they lack strong powers, they long for the once vibrant festivities of the MIKAWA Flower Festival. It's called doing them a favor. Besides, they look up to me. I'm like a cool older brother.
Hitatsumi Kozo and his friends did come up with the Akitsu Yuge game during the last festival. There's no reason not to invite them this time.
Hi, bonker snaps. Woo, the crew's getting back together. I'll round them up. Technically, I'm on vacation, but I'm happy to assist the Yashiro Commission with the festival. That's what I like to hear. Alright, let's round up those 3 little fellas and start working on the almighty Arataki great and glorious Akitsu Yuge game. Not so fast. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Hornless Oni?
We have an advertising job to finish. What? Reshoots, follow-up work. There's still a mountain of things to do. Look at Toma here. Kind enough to help with the festival even during his vacation. I would think the boss of the Arataki gang would show even more dedication to his work. But you know, that's just me. Wrap up what you need to do. We can finish our match at the festival. Okay. These errands are a piece of cake. I'll be back in no time. But first, I should introduce you to Kozo and the others. Then you can head to the festival without me. Okay. Sad. Bye.
Hornless Oni? Oh, so scary.
Yeah. She's the hornless Oni.
White fur! Yellow fur! Over here! Kichiboshi found big sleepy tanuki!
Oh.
Hey! I'm a Muchina, not a tanuki! Oh, Muchina yokai that can turn into tanuki? No, wait. I'm not a Muchina or a tanuki. I'm Sayu. Tanuki, Muchina, Sayu? So many transformations! Sayu is
Zepla
yokai?
Kiwi Zero, thank you for the 3-month resub. I do appreciate that. She's a ninja, not a yokai.
I don't transform at all.
Thank
I've been
you.
a human this whole time. Who is this guy anyway? Popping up out of nowhere right when I found a spot to sleep?
Sorry, this is probably the first time Kichiboshi has ever seen a ninja.
Oh, Yoimiya. The big tanuki and the great Mujina yokai are facing off. The rumors around Hana Mizaka were true.
Not this again. It's just Sayu.
No yokai, huh? My bad, Sayu. I rushed over here as soon as I heard the rumors. Got a bit carried away.
And there goes my nap.
Silly humans, much to learn.
Whoa, hold on. Is this guy a real yokai? Yeah, it's Kichiboshi. Hello there, Kichiboshi.
This human, really warm.
That's true. Warm? Personality-wise, I guess. She's fire aspected. Well, what brings you to Inazuma City? We don't often get bake-danuki around these parts.
Boy, where do we begin?
I do need to hydrate, you're right, but I can't. I have a tiny bit of water left here, but it's not a whole lot. I don't really want to leave the room yet because of the cat, who's so scared. He's so scared. Poor boy. You're recruiting people to develop games for the MIKAWA Flower Festival. Yes. Well, duh. Come on, Sayu, let's do it together.
Right when I was trying to run. About that. I'm pretty
Oh my
busy.
god.
Practicing
Trying to go back to
ninjutsu
bed.
and such.
Oh, I heard the bake-danuki are great at ninjutsu. Rumors has it, with a single thought, they can go taller than a house. Is that true, Kichiboshi?
Taller than a house? I've never heard of a ninjutsu like that.
It's not ninjutsu. It's bake-danuki art. We don't grow taller than house.
See? I knew it wouldn't be that easy.
We grow taller than mountain.
Eh? Sorry. Just thinking about something Sensei always said. You can't just focus on drills, Sayu. You need to push the limits of what you know about ninjutsu.
Well, this is as good as an opportunity as any.
I guess.
Farm beans, success.
Alright, let's go discuss this ninjutsu. No, this bake-danuki art of transformation. The one you're going to use for the festival.
What if Sayu learned to become bigger than a mountain? Yes, I've always wanted to go to a festival with you, Sayu. Let's go to my place to brainstorm. We can even set off some fireworks when we're done.
I'll pass on the fireworks. They're terrible for my sleep.
Man, she must have good dreams if she sleeps so much. All we needed for the story quest we just did was to bring along Sayu. We'd have infinite reserves of sweet dreams.
Huh? Gyobu Koban, what are you doing?
Spying on great yokai. Great yokai whisper about something with humans.
So, what do you think? Are you interested in our proposal?
The idea has a lot of promise, but I'm afraid there are no natural hot springs on Watatsumi Island, and the cost of heating them artificially is a bit too...
1 second, I believe someone's listening. Hello over there? You're more than welcome to join, but a face-to-face conversation is more appropriate, don't you think?
Great yokai found us.
It's just us.
Zepla
There's
Paimon?
no need to be nervous, you two. It's not like I think you're corporate spies. As for you, it's been a while since I've met one of your kind. What's your name? Is Ioroi doing well? Huh?
He's on the spot.
This is Gyobu Koban. It's his first time visiting a city, so he's a bit shy around strangers.
So, still sealed in that statue then? I suppose it can't be helped. Nice to meet you, Gyobu Koban. My name is Yume Mizuki Mizuki. I'm a Yumekui Baku. We're yokai, just like you.
Great yokai is surprisingly friendly?
Looks like he was scared that, as a great yokai, you were going to do something terrible to him for interrupting our secret meeting. We were discussing the potential of opening a new branch of the Isa bathhouse on Watatsumi Island.
Oh, Isa Bathhouse is expanding to
Ooh.
Watatsumi Island?
Well, tourism is one of the areas we're hoping to expand. We've been discussing the possibility with Miss Mizuki for quite some time. Still, given the lack of natural springs on Watatsumi Island, we're looking at high operating costs, and if it's not different enough from the main branch, I worry about its ability to draw in customers.
All valid points. We do need to differentiate the brand. We could place a greater emphasis on physiotherapy, or add some popular activities, such as carefully designed games.
Games?
Games? In a bathhouse?
Of course. Games are often used in psychological treatment to put patients at ease. Anyway, the topic of games really seemed to pique your interest. Is there something going on?
You explain the situation. I see. A new kind of MIKAWA flower festival with Miss Fried Tofu with all the frills is as ingenious as ever.
Nico. I knew I smelled scheming in the air.
Oh, that lady again? Well, there's a lot of work to do on Watatsumi Island, so we probably don't have time for something like that. Isn't he terrified of Miko? I do think there's potential in turning Watatsumi Island into a tourist destination. We could use the festival as a proof of concept and establish a partnership with Miss Mizuki. If people are drawn to our game, that would mean a lot of positive publicity, which would benefit us in the long term. But aren't Isa Bathhouse and Yayu Publishing House business rivals? Not really. I don't know why people think
Rivalries
that.
aside, I have no qualm using Yai Publishing
I don't
House's
see them as
resources
rivals,
to our
but-
advantage. Besides, if I remember correctly, you have a connection to Yai Publishing House as well, don't you, General Goro? You work on the That's Life column.
Oh, well, yes, I do.
If our venture is to focus on games, then as future business partners, I'm sure you would appreciate an opportunity to see what I can do.
An astute observation, Miss Mizuki. Well, shall we? Getting down to business is often the quickest way to bring people together, after all.
Agreed. Then why don't we discuss some of the finer details before the festival begins?
Alright, then I guess I should... Actually, is he fall asleep? You might attend to the business of Watatsumi Island in the meantime. Huh? She's giving you a way to avoid Mika. No, he didn't fall asleep. He was just like, I don't know, it was weird. In addition, I'd like you to encourage the people of Watatsumi Island to attend the festival. It's a celebration for humans and yokai alike. So, that includes our people as well. Should be an occasion that brings people together. Alright.
Okay, that should be enough teams. Time to report back to the Yashiro Commission.
We farmed enough beans. Time to hit that.
Miss Kamisato, this is the list of stage materials for your review.
Miss Kamisato, I have your schedule for tomorrow.
The list looks fine. As for the schedule, let's move the meeting with the Tenryo Commission up a little. They're in charge of festival security, so that should take precedence.
Oh, she looks super busy.
Yeah.
Should we come back later?
Oh, Traveler! Oh no, you're fine. You caught me just as I was finishing up, actually. Lady Guji said you're the official festival representative, and you've been busy recruiting participants. So, I should do my part too, right? For large events like the Test of Courage, Brother usually does most of the organizing. But this time, I wanted to take some work off his back.
Where is he now?
I hope so.
Is he not helping this time?
Oh,
or
speaking of the recruitment, we found a bunch of people. We should be good to go.
Oh, already? That was fast.
I'm just
I
wondering.
wasn't sure we would find enough participants. I thought I might have to sign up myself.
Well, there's still time.
Oh, don't worry about it. I can only focus on so many things anyway. If we have enough people, I should stick to organizing. I suppose I'm a little sad about not taking part. But I'm looking forward to the festival all the same. When the time comes, perhaps we could check it out together.
Miss Kamisato! Another letter from the Kanjo Commission.
Coming! Sorry, duty calls. We'll have to talk about our plans another time. My brother's the one overseeing the teams. I believe he's in the courtyard with Lady Guji. You can go in when you're ready.
Thanks, Ayaka. See you later.
See you later.
Oh, well, we can go see him now.
Ayaka's really working hard. Guess we should follow suit. You're the festival representative, and that makes Paimon the representative of the representative. So in other words, let's do this.
Yeah.
It's about
Hooray,
time.
it's about
I could hear you
time.
talking outside.
Oh, Snovier. Apologize for not greeting you upon arrival. Yeah. The Lady Guji and I were discussing something urgent.
Oh,
It better
don't worry
been really
about it.
urgent.
We were talking to Ayaka anyway.
Now that young
What
lady
was
is
so
one
urgent that you couldn't
enthusiastic
greet me?
volunteer, especially when she heard about your involvement, Traveler. Solved our personnel problem in one fell swoop.
So, you took the opportunity to order her around as well.
Hardly. It was entirely her decision. Besides, you really think I could order her around with her big brother standing right there?
I do hope she gets what she wants out of the event. Now, I see the bake-danuki are no longer with you. I assume that means the teams are set? Longhorned Oni and Shorthorned Oni. Those are some interesting names. I was hoping Toma would use the festival as an excuse to relax, but it would seem he refuses to remain idle. He even signed up as a participant. Well, here's to hoping the game development is enjoyable at the very least.
Mizuki signed up too? Along with the Soul of the Deep. Now this is getting interesting. I knew it was a good idea to put you in charge of recruitment, Traveler.
They're planning to use your festival to promote Isa Bathhouse.
Oh, is that so? Then perhaps I should up the ante.
So, Ayato, is everything set on your end then?
Yes, the Ashiro Commission will be in contact with each team and arrange for lodging, food, equipment, and travel. We'll also determine the overall theme for the games, which will be announced 48 hours before the opening of the festival.
Yes, that's all well and good. I just have one small adjustment. Why so anxious? I'm just trying to keep things exciting. When we're ready to announce the theme, come to the festival grounds at the foot of Mount Yogo. We'll see you there.
She never stops scheming, like ever, at any point. Her ideas usually contain strokes of genius that can be quite practical in the end. Besides, with you and Ayaka involved in the event, trust that I will intervene if things get out of hand. He'll protect. Okay. I think this is the time I was supposed to set it too. I'm not sure, actually. Okay. It's such a magical area here. Oh, it's all of our favorite characters from Inazuma. Although the festival is yet to begin, the game development process is sure to attract a crowd. It's the Tenryou Commission's responsibility to maintain security and order throughout the entirety of the proceedings, so remain vigilant.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Sora!
Been a while, yeah.
You guys are here early. There's still 3 whole days until the festival starts.
There's a little over 48 hours. Besides, many patrons are already here to observe the development process. Festival security starts now.
Wait, but what about the statue of the, Almighty Narukami Yugo? Yeah, you know the one. Won't you miss out on it again?
No need. All statues of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder, being sold at this event are an old model. As it turns out, I already own 5 of said model at home.
Ah, okay, well that's definitely more than enough.
I own 5 statues of Her Excellency at any given time. That is my maximum. Anymore, I'm afraid I would not be able to afford them the proper care. That's a little crazy.
Oh, that's the reason?
Personal matters aside, I heard you were the representative for this event. You should proceed to the stage and speak with the lady.
Oh,
Guji.
right. Looks like we're running
That's
out
a
of
little
time.
weird.
Let's go then. See you later, Sarah.
Ma'am, we have a message from Commission Headquarters. They need you to return as soon as possible.
Headquarters? Now, of all times? Keep watching my absence. Okay. That's weird.
Ah,
What's that
you're
about?
here. Now we can get the ball rolling. Right on time, I'd say. I was just about to announce the theme for the games.
What's that thing behind you?
Oh, this? Just a little something to spice things up. So, stay tuned.
We should be getting close, right?
So sleepy. Can't wait anymore.
A theme decided by Miko and the Yashiro Commission. What's it gonna be?
One thing we all share is our capacity to dream. Outlandish fantasies of the mind, nostalgic memories of the past, or telling reflections of our inner selves. In a similar sense, games also blur the lines between fantasy and reality. Just like our dreams, the bounds of possibility are as limitless as our imagination. With that in mind, your task is to create a game within the next 48 hours centered around the theme of dreams. The genre and style are completely up to you.
Oh my god, this will be so easy for Mizuki.
Okay. Nothing too crazy so far.
And to provide some additional motivation, the winning team will be awarded the Tanuki Game Award, as well as a generous sum of mora, and a sponsorship from Yai Publishing House to fully develop the game and promote it throughout all Inazuma.
Of course she's gonna use this to profit off of it. Oh my god.
All Inazuma?
In the interest of fairness, the evaluation committee will decide the winner based on attendee feedback, as well as the opinion of our festival
It's gonna
representative.
be like Shark Tank.
Now, with that out of the way, let the game development begin. The 48-hour countdown begins now.
Although Miko's sudden announcement leaves people reeling, the teams quickly get to work.
Looks like things are going well. We've just started, and it seems like all our teams have a plan. Plus, with the transformative powers of the bake-danuki, bringing those visions to fruition should be a lot easier. As the festival's most important judge and representative, you should go check on the progress, don't you think? It all comes down
Really?
to fairness, as I said. I worked with the Yashiro Commission to come up with the theme, so the judging must go to someone else.
She just doesn't want to do it.
Oh, no need to stress, though. It's all fun and games, is it not? Just choose the one you enjoy the most. Of course, if it's appearances you're worried about, you could always, I don't know, check in on the teams and ask about their ideas.
I plan to take this seriously, like I always do.
And that proves that I picked the right person. Go on then, I won't keep you.
Super serious games. Ah, cute. Nice. Do I need to do this, or can I just, like, I need to focus on just doing story for now. I don't know if I need, do I actually have to do each one of these, chat?
So, you need to pick the best game, huh? Well, why don't we take a look around to get a feel for things? Then we can go talk to Miko.
Let's talk to people.
Hey there, Mizuki, Kokomi, and Gyobu Koban. How are things going over here?
Not bad. We made a lot of progress. Miss Mizuki is very experienced, and Gyobu Koban's abilities are simply astonishing.
Piece of cake. Ugh.
Experienced, huh? That must put you at a huge advantage.
Yeah.
Is it because you use games in your work?
This is the
I'm
winning
not sure
team.
It gives
like,
me an advantage per
she's
se.
a huge advantage.
The games I use are for clinical purposes, not entertainment. But if we want that award, we need something a lot more fun. So my experience only goes so far.
The Astro Commission chose dreams as the theme of the competition. Do you think that was targeted at us?
Huh. Using dreams
Yes.
to test a dream eater? Yeah, it does sound like some kind of challenge.
It does. They knew we wanted to use this as an opportunity to advertise our game, but now it's a competition. Which means if we lose, our game will be completely overshadowed by the winner. If we win, she gets a share of the profits as the primary investor. Yes, that's what exactly. Miss Fried Tofu with all the frills is on the top of her game.
That's a lot of scheming.
Screaming?
On the other hand, if we do win first place, the prestige will help us get the word out, which should increase the popularity of the bathhouse on Watatsumi Island.
It should be a mutually beneficial situation.
As for Yai Publishing House's sponsorship, as long as we win the competition, we get to decide the terms.
Winner takes all, huh? I suppose it works both ways. This definitely has the Lady Gucci written all over
My
it.
guess is that she's doing this all for the entertainment factor. For fun, basically.
Fun. Gyobu Koban likes fun.
Well said. I suppose that's the purpose of a game after all. For now, let's focus on making our game the best it
Good
can be.
idea. So what kind of game are you gonna make?
We're calling it A Little Fox's Daydream. Basically, you play as a fox, navigating between sweet dreams and nightmares in search of delicious fried tofu.
Yeah, looks like that fox takes some inspiration from, real life.
Well, the design was Miss Mizuki's idea, but I'm completely on board. Sometimes the only way to meet a challenge is with a challenge of your own.
That's the definition of fun, don't you think? So, want to give it a try?
Do I want to give it a try? Do I need to? Because of time. Time is a big constraint I have today. I don't think I need to do that right now. Oh, it's the other yokai?
Boss Toma is the best!
That's nice of you, but it's all thanks to Akitsu Yuge that I came up with this in the first place, and that was all.
Anything for Boss Toma.
Whoa! Guess this team really hit it off.
Hi, Zep and Paimon.
Looks like you're getting along great with Kozo and the others. Guess a fixer can work with just about anyone, huh?
I have Ito to thank, actually. He introduced me to Kozo and the others after you left that day. We didn't get to see each other much during the test of courage, but they're a very, very friendly group of yokai. All I had to do was mention the MIKAWA Flower Festival, and they agreed to help right away. They even showed up bright and early this morning.
That makes sense. It was their dream to host the MIKAWA Flower Festival.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, totally. We've been dreaming about it for a long time.
So, what are you planning for the game? It kinda sounded like you're making a sequel to Akitsu Yuge.
I suppose it's a spiritual sequel of sorts. It's a combination of Akitsu Yuge and Mondstadt's Ludi Harpastum. I call it Akitsu Harpastum. It's pretty simple. Swing the racket to hit the balls back where they came from.
But what does that have to do with the theme?
Right. Lady Guji did say that reminiscing about nostalgic memories is a form of dreaming, right? For many years after leaving Mondstadt, the only place I could experience Ludi Harpastum was in my dreams. Once I was old enough to go back on my own, too much had changed. My age, my mindset, whatever it was, the Ludi Harpastum of my childhood was gone. Oh my god, it's like people trying to do WoW Classic expecting it to be like it was 20 years ago. So I suppose you could say Akitsu Harpastum is a childhood dream many years in the making. Oh, and in the playtest stage, I added a few characters that often appear in fairy tales and dreamscapes. Hopefully, that reinforces the theme a bit more.
White fur, yellow fur, get ready!
I said I would, but I lied. I'm skipping as much as I can because I don't want to get sidetracked because it's already giving me pretty long quests, I think. But I do want to hear what people have to say.
Wow, look at this! You've made so much progress already!
All credit to Kichiboshi. We just told him what we wanted, and he made the set in no
He
time.
helped with the gameplay too. All we had was a prototype, and now it's ready for playtesting already. His skills are amazing.
Kichiboshi, amazing! So, how do we play? It doesn't seem super obvious.
The board is infused with yokai power. All you need to do is place your hand on it to enter the dreamscape. Oh, I've heard of that.
Orange fur, very smart.
So, you could say that your game unifies human ingenuity with bake-danuki magic to create a scene that is completely illusory. Very creative.
Sherlock, Paimon.
White fur
Paimon
certainly
Holmes.
use many big words. You sure sound official all of a sudden, Paimon. Are you trying to act like a real judge?
Don't mind her.
This new style of game development deserves a name! How about Unreal? Oh, or Unity. Hey? A little acknowledgement would be nice.
Although Sayu's the better person to ask. Bunshin Phantasm is her brainchild.
Yeah, it's based on a dream I had. In the dream, I learned to make bunshin, and I made them do all my work for me. With my clones around, there was no reason for that lady to come find me, so I could sleep as long as I wanted.
She dreams about sleeping.
So, even when you're
That's what I
asleep,
said, Paimon!
you dream of getting more sleep?
That's what I said.
It's just, I got so excited at the prospect that I actually woke myself up. If only I could make bunshin in real life.
Your clones might not want to work any more than you
Well, then, even if some get caught, the others could take a nap in the meantime, right?
But if your clones do all the work, doesn't all that fatigue transfer back to you in the end?
Oh, well, when you put it that way, I don't know anymore.
All dreams are nonsensical and complicated in their own way, but that's what makes them interesting. Anyway, that's our game. The most wonderful Bunshin Phantasm. Mujina body doubles to the rescue.
What's a Mujina body double?
That's a long story. Wanna just give it...
Next time. Next time I'll do that. Bye.
Alright, we checked out each of the games. Wanna give any of them another go? If
No.
not, let's head back and find Miko.
No time.
Well, did you get a good look at all the games?
I mean, you'll have a chance to do that later from the game interface. Hi, God Sword Dunk.
And what are your thoughts? I'm all ears. Fascinating.
Mizuki's game is the best, though. I can already tell. After not playing it.
What an interesting take on the theme. Tell me, did it come from Miss Soul of the Deep, or my dear old friend?
You're not gonna charge them for using your likeness.
Not a bad idea. But I'm more interested in seeing how this plays out, which means turning a blind eye. For now.
Well, we had to pick one, but honestly, all the ideas were pretty good.
It's still early days, so there's no rush to make a decision. Plenty of novels at Yai Publishing House have opened on a high note, only to lose the plot halfway through. You can pick your favorite game once everyone's done with their work.
Wow, time really flew by today. It's so late already. The game booths were cool, but the food was even better. There were vendors selling dongo milk, tricolor dongo, rice cake soup, you name it. Paimon saved a skewer just for you.
Yeah.
Before it gets cold.
I don't think I've ever had dongo. Is it hot?
No, of course not. If you don't want it, Paimon will eat it herself.
You enjoy the soft and chewy texture of the snack. With the excitement of the festival all around you, it almost tastes sweeter than usual.
Tastes great, right? Which means we should come back for more tomorrow. Wait. Do you see that up ahead?
Yeah.
What's someone doing out this late?
I don't know.
Huh. Their clothes look kind of weird. Oh, could they be one of those costumed actors Miko mentioned?
No.
Hey,
It's a demon.
hello there? Are you also here for the festival?
Oh! Oh. You'll be able to use elemental skills or bursts during combat, but you will obtain new abilities known as Parry and Veil Break. When parry, the traveler will raise their weapon in a defensive stance. What? Okay. You will gain Verity when you use normal attacks and charged attacks against your opponent, or when you successfully parry. Verity will also accumulate over time. When you max out on Verity, you can actively use Veil Break to deal massive damage. Okay. It's a limit break. If you parry just as your opponent is striking, you can completely negate any damage that would be done to you. You can perfect parry. Yeah. When your opponent is about to use Oni Devourer, their weapon will shine bright. Perfectly parry this technique to unleash a powerful counterattack.
What was that for? They attacked us out of nowhere! Something's not right about this. Be careful, traveler! Ha! Ja! Ja! Sa! Ha! Ja! 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 Ha! Ha!
What about perfect dodge?
Ja! Ja!
We're like on a hill thing. Oh no, I missed it.
Ja! Ha! Ha! Ja! 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 Sa! Ha! Ja! Sa! Hip! Ja!
This is a really awkward place to fight.
Ja! Ja!
That was good. I like that. Yeah. It's so fast. When did this dagger get here? Hold on. I know this feeling. I felt it several times before. I'm in a dream.
Traveler? Hey, are you alright? Well, you fought that strange person and made them disappear, but then all of a sudden you started backing up like you were super afraid of something. Whew. You nearly gave Paimon a heart attack.
I made them disappear and it put me in a dream. I heard the sound of thunder in the dream. Otherwise, it probably would have taken me a lot longer to break out of the nightmare.
So what was with that thunder just now? It came out of nowhere and it's not even raining. What's wrong?
So the thunder wasn't part of the dream. Who was that?
Has a nightmare returned to Inazuma once again?
Oh!
Hey, Komura! Time to go! The stalls are closed, so let's head home for the night. Hey, did you hear me? No more gaming tonight. We can come back tomorrow. Komura. Komura!
He's not listening.
Komura? What's with the yelling? I can hear you just fine. Let's go.
Huh?
What? You're not coming? Why are you giving me that look?
Komura, weren't you over there just now?
What the hell's going on? Some freaky shit happening. Wait till the next morning. Yeah, I don't know. Some kind of a nightmare returned. But I thought we fixed it. I thought we...
Man, what happened last night? We couldn't find anyone to discuss it with because it was so late. Well,
Yeah.
Miku and the others should be at the grounds by now, right? Let's go talk to them.
Okay.
Huh. Doesn't look like Miko is around here anywhere. Paimon doesn't see Ayato or Ayaka either.
Well, it is the morning, but are they... would they be here
Are we
this time?
too early?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Didn't Ayato say he prepared lodging for everyone at the shrine?
Did you hear? Someone encountered a doppelganger here last night.
A doppelganger? You mean like a doppelganger of themselves? Or someone they know?
You know what they say. Anyone who sees their doppelganger will be replaced by them within 3 days.
That's just a folktale. It's not real.
Doppelgangers? That's a common folk tale in Inazuma, isn't it? Ever heard of it, Traveler? Yeah, it's a pretty famous one, huh? A friend being replaced by a complete stranger? Also, the timing is a bit too coincidental, don't you think? Could it be related to what we saw last night?
Must be.
The whole doppelganger thing sounds kind of like what Sayu was talking about with Bunshin Phantasm. Maybe something went wrong with Kichiboshi's powers?
No.
Well, thinking about it isn't going to get us anywhere. Why don't we go check on Sayu's team?
I don't think that's it.
Huh? They're not here yet. Well, if it is Sayu we're talking about, it's definitely possible. Oh, someone's coming. Weird. Is he here to work on the equipment? But he doesn't look like any of the workers we saw yesterday. And it doesn't seem like he's here for the games. He snuck away again. Do you think he might be...
Is he messing with something he's not supposed to be?
He's constantly looking back. Paimon's calling it now. Something fishy is going on. Good point. He could be on his way to meet someone. Let the hunter become the hunted.
Okay, well, he's...
Reporting back, ma'am. Nothing suspicious to note at the Bunshin Phantasm booth. It's possible
Bunshin?
there's no connection to the incident from last night.
I see. Did you find any other clues?
Sarah? Hey, Zoe! What's going on here?
They're investigating the same thing we are. Zepla, Paimon. Tenryo Commission's working on it already.
Forgive me, ma'am. I have failed as a detective. I did not realize someone was on my tail.
Considering Zepla's skill, the fault is not with you.
What's going on? What are you investigating? Must be serious if Hazo's involved.
Unfortunately, my orders prevent me from sharing that information with you.
What orders? You really can't tell us anything?
If Sarah and Hazo are so hesitant to divulge information, there's only one person who could be responsible.
An astute observation, Traveler.
Yep.
Tell her the truth.
It's
what?
A.
The Shogun is here?
It's...
You recognized me with a single glance?
We still haven't completed the investigation.
It matters not. I am certain the person standing before us is our friend, the Traveler. Her gaze, her presence, her mastery of several types of elemental energy. There is no mistake. And we need her help.
Understood. An investigation team was sent to survey a piece of land yesterday. The Tenryo Commission received a report that the team was found unconscious in the field. Not only that, but the group appeared to have become trapped in an endless nightmare, unable to wake up.
No, please!
What?
Stay away!
Weird. We detected intermittent traces of yokai power where they were found. We followed the traces and ended up here, just outside the festival grounds.
What?
Unfortunately, it's not that simple. You've heard the rumors about the doppelgangers, yes? We suspect the culprit has the ability to change form, allowing them to spread misinformation at will. They have already infiltrated the festival grounds. If we call off the festival, we may give them a chance to escape amid the chaos. Even the slightest movement could alert them. Locking down the festival grounds could provoke them to attack, which would endanger the public.
You're right. That's a big risk.
The purpose of this festival is to bring humans and yokai together. We cannot allow the culprit to endanger anyone.
What if they attack again? A valid concern. Last night, we dispatched a group of soldiers to the festival grounds. They'll remain undercover to keep an eye on things. We also blocked off several nearby roads under the pretext of construction so we can keep civilians away as much as possible. Wow.
Fortunately, no one else has been harmed.
Ah, so the thunder we heard was you!
I apologize for our failings, Shogun. You should not have had to intervene.
On the contrary, it was my decision. I was unable to capture the culprit last night, so I left to discuss a plan with Miko. I did not show myself once I saw you were safe, and for that, I apologize.
Speaking of Miko, where is she?
She is investigating the trace of yokai power found at the scene. Though it fades in and out, it never strays from Mount Yogo.
Which means if the culprit infiltrated the festival grounds, they must still be nearby. The only people close to the grounds last night were the staff and the contestants staying at the shrine.
Miko is working with the Kamisato siblings to verify the identities of the staff members. They should be done soon. As for the contestants, that inquiry must be performed by someone else. The Tenryo Commission is too conspicuous.
That makes sense.
But as the judge of the competition, you can ask questions without arousing suspicion.
Okay, so you need us to talk to the teams and see if there's an imposter among us?
Precisely.
Who is sus?
Traveler, I understand these people are your friends, and it puts you in a difficult position. But if one of them has indeed been displaced by a yokai, they could be in grave danger. Thank you. I truly hope the situation is not as grave as it seems.
Holy shit.
What are you guys gonna do next? Continue to investigate from a distance?
Well, there's only so much we can learn that way, so I think we need to find a way to slip onto the ground. It's better for us to be at the scene if something goes wrong. I fear the Shogun is far too revered a figure for that. If she arrives at the grounds, it will certainly cause a stir.
Worry not. Miko and I discussed that issue. She claims to have a plan.
Okay.
The preparations are underway as we speak.
One of her genius plans, huh?
Indeed. If you learn any details of said plan, I would like to know what I'm getting myself into.
She doesn't even know. No one knows. Okay.
Okay, so where do we start? We need to ask questions to figure out if there's an imposter, but we can't arouse suspicion.
Cat check.
Looks like Sayu's team is already here. Well, guess we'll just play it by ear.
He's still under that couch. He's probably not going to come out for at least a day. He's super scared.
So tired. I
Poor
don't feel
boy.
rested at all. How come you two have so much energy? Didn't you stay up even later than me?
I mean, she never feels rested, right? Like, she's always sleepy, so how's this different than any other day? Sayu's probably just tired because she came up with all the ideas yesterday. Need a break, Sayu? I can start thinking about the ending stages in the meantime. It's been forever since we've done something fun together. You need to have enough energy to enjoy it.
It's okay. I can push through.
Sayu turning down an offer to nap?
Sayu
No way!
and Yoimiya seem the same as ever. Kichibushi too. How should we test them? Oh, good idea! Doppelgangers only mimic appearances. They wouldn't know about someone's past. Let's give it a try. White fur, yellow fur. Yeah, well, the Traveler's judging this thing, so we can't slack off.
You don't need to make anything, so what's the rush?
Yeah. If the people in charge are here early, that usually means there's been some kind of emergency.
Oh, no, it's just... The Traveler really wanted to see you.
Seriously, Paimon. Why?
Well, it's...
She's so bad at this.
Your game! Playing your game yesterday? Brought up a whole bunch of old memories.
She's so bad at it.
So we wanted to come early to reminisce about old times. You know, because you might be busy later and stuff.
God. What kind of an excuse is that? They're busy now.
White fur, acting super strange.
Change the topic. I was just reminded of a certain ambush order.
Why are you bringing that up all of a sudden?
Well, all the bake-danuki transformations reminded me of the time you failed that ninjutsu technique.
Well, that was my bad. I tried to turn into a barrel, but my tail was sticking out. So you found me immediately. But this time, I'm not in charge of turning into things anymore. So it should be fine. I think.
Wait!
Kichiboshi, what did I say about talking that way? Anyway, you seem to have a good grasp on transformations. Yesterday, Sayu, what's the story here? It all started with a certain mysterious order.
That one shouldn't be on me. I didn't realize I was tricked until later. Did all that work and didn't even get to nap. Really shouldn't have taken that order.
We had fun times together, right?
Based on what happened, I guess you could say that.
I've never seen this look on Sayu's face. What the heck happened back then?
Mujina is all red. No, I'm not. And I'm not a Mujina.
Where did the time go? We have so many levels to design today.
Oh, we should get out of your fur hair then. Good luck, everyone. Bye, White Fur. Bye, Yellow Fur. Come back and play.
They seem to be themselves. Yeah, they pass.
Wow, we've had so many adventures, huh? You don't even realize it until someone brings up the past.
Do you still remember the original meaning of our journey?
Oh yeah, totally. It was, what was it again? Anyway, Paimon didn't pick up on anything suspicious from that team. If anything, we were the weird ones forcing conversations and stuff.
What was it? And whose fault is that?
Okay, so maybe it wasn't the best strategy. Leaning into the judge angle is probably a safer bet. Let's ask about the creative process behind the game and confirm their identities that way.
Yeah, good idea.
Paimon saw Toma's team show up just now, so we can investigate them next. Hey, Toma! We were hoping to learn a bit more about the philosophy behind your game. Is now a good time?
Looks like our judges are hard at work this morning.
Feel a soft bee?
Oh, Boss can explain that one.
Boss and Shosei were up super late last night coming up with ideas.
And he's back at it this morning, as energetic as ever. Boss is the best!
Oh, I don't deserve that much praise, but when it comes to the talking part, I guess I'm the best person to answer your questions.
Time for an interview.
Into you?
Ask away, judges. Did you design this game with anyone in mind? From a design standpoint, we want it to be a game for everyone.
Not so fast. Everyone isn't an answer. You need to be more specific about your target audience.
You're absolutely right. Allow me to revise my answer. Our target audience includes growing children, ages 0 to 18.
Makes sense. Kids need a little exercise here and there.
Second would be active adults, ages 18 to 40.
Right. Adults have more stamina, so they can get more out of the game.
Next would be older adults, ages 40 to 60, especially those in need of exercise.
Older adults. Exercise is important for healthy aging, but something feels off about this.
Finally, we have elderly people who are still full of life. That would be the 60 to 1,000 age range.
Ah, okay. Wait. That includes everyone!
Well, we can't forget about the yokai, right? This game is for humans and yokai alike.
But not for Ioroi.
Because he's trapped in a statue, I guess. Besides, you seem to agree with each group, Paimon. Unless you intend to change your tune.
Next question!
That was clever. Okay. So, there you have it. I hope that answered your question.
Whoa, not a single stumper.
I'm sure the interview is only one part of the evaluation process. We'll see what you think when you play the game yourself. Which reminds me, I should probably get back to work on this stage. Okay.
Yes, Boss Toma!
Well, Toma's answers were all very genuine. Paimon didn't notice anything un-Toma-like about them. Plus, he was with Shosei until late last night. If you think about when we saw the nightmare creature, the timing doesn't match up. Kozo and his two friends were together the whole time, too. They would have noticed if someone was acting weird.
Yeah.
So, we're back at square one. That just leaves Kokomi's team, right? Guess we should check them out.
Who is the... Maybe they're all fine.
Huh? White fur and yellow fur are here early.
You're here alone? Huh. Where are Kokomi and the others?
Don't know about Great Yokai, but Soul Lady is behind you.
Soul Lady? Oh, as in Soul of the Deep. Okay. Wait, did you say behind us?
You have questions for me.
Kokomi! A little warning next time.
She knows that we've been going around asking. I heard about the doppelganger incident. When I saw you around the venue, it wasn't hard to connect the dots. Yeah, she's super smart. What you want to know? Energy.
Energy?
Yeah, her energy numbers.
You write in your diary.
Right.
In a tree? Dry berry?
Oh, sorry.
So, we can leave it there, right? You don't need to ask any more questions, I would imagine. Oh, because that's something that we know about. That's, yeah, I guess. As for Gyobu Koban, he was in the shrine all night. I can't imagine he's the criminal you're searching for.
Gyobu Koban is a criminal? No, of course not. You're in the clear. In the clear. Is good? Good. What about Mizuki? Where did she go?
She left after receiving a message in the middle of the night. Looking back on it, perhaps it's related to your investigation. Probably heard her whisper under her breath, ordering me around in the middle of the night. Who does she think she is? It's gotta be Mika. She probably needed an expert on nightmares to help formulate a strategy. Well, I guess that also confirms Mizuki's identity. Yeah.
Something tells me a certain someone is missing me.
Huh? Miko and Mizuki.
Hello, traveler. Paimon.
Did you finish your work?
Yes, I left the rest to the young fellow from the Kamisato clan. At least for now, there's nothing suspicious to note.
That means the culprit didn't manage to sneak in. That's a relief.
Just like that, you let down your guard? And all it took was for me to wear her face.
The culprit? It's you!
Oh my god. If you keep joking like this, I want 30% of the profit.
Greedy little thing. I thought we agreed on 20. Oh, it's getting harder and harder to tease you, traveler.
Can you stop with the teasing then? Even I'm reaching my limit.
She's the best.
500 years and you're still not used to it? Sounds like you need more practice.
At least spare me for the day. I can't take the mental torment right now. I'm running on fumes.
What did you do last night?
Investigated the Shogunate officials' nightmares, analyzed the traces of yokai power around Mount Yogo. Oh, and worked on some new game stages, of course.
That's too much.
All in one night?
Well, I didn't want someone to ruin the MIKAWA Flower Festival. But I also wanted to do my best for my part of the festival. Besides, I've talked to many patients who worked multiple jobs just to make ends meet. Compared to that, complaining about one night of hard work is a little unreasonable, don't you think?
Even so, I think you should take a break. Gyobu Koban and I can handle the game development. I learned a lot yesterday. I'm sure I can handle a few design elements while you get some rest. We can't have our lead developer out of commission. I'm not confident I can bring our vision to fruition on my own.
You're very persuasive, Kokomi. It would seem you also have a talent for clinical psychology. I'll leave it to you two then.
Sweet dreams.
Bing, bing, bing. Mizuki goes to rest. She looks exhausted.
Mizuki really cares about the festival, huh? She's putting so much pressure on herself.
Perhaps she's reminded of the festivals of the past when I was just a kid, and Mizuki a young Baku. We would rush past the other yokai, desperate to get the first piece of fried tofu from the ramen stand. It would seem she hasn't forgotten, even after 500 years. Well, enough about the past. We must focus on the matter at hand.
But you didn't notice anything suspicious, right? That should mean the culprit didn't sneak in.
It does seem like that.
That's one possibility. The other is that the culprit's transformation is even more convincing than we imagined. In that case, we need a detective with a more professional skill set. Or we need to find a way to provoke them and get their facade to crack.
But that sounds dangerous.
If the culprit is deep in disguise, a slight provocation won't completely expose them. What we need is to create reasonable doubt. Make the culprit question whether their cover is blown. As they hesitate over whether to make some kind of last stand, that is our chance.
How do you plan to do that?
Oh, A didn't tell you? Allow me to show you. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the MIKAWA Flower Festival, it is my honor to announce an esteemed guest from Tenshukaku has agreed to take part in this year's festival. Please welcome Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder.
It's the Shogun. Here in person?
So this was your plan, Miko?
Well, not bad, right?
Wow, that was quite the entrance. Paimon can't believe she agreed to that.
The Almighty Shogun's presence is bound to cause a stir. Instead of struggling to maintain a low profile, it's better for her to step into the open. And it means a detective can slip into the venue alongside the retinue without turning any heads at all. In the presence of the Shogun, not even the most cunning of criminals can let down their guard. Their every move needs to be faultless. The more you focus on getting one thing right, the easier it is for the rest to become cracks in the glass. Okay, so she's using the Shogun as bait.
Why didn't you clue us in earlier? We wasted all that time asking pointless questions.
For real, we did, yes. Your intel was useful, actually. We don't know how things will unfold, but I have a feeling the truth will be revealed soon. Okay. Under my command, the Tenryou Commission will remain on high alert. If anything goes wrong, report back to me at once. Well, we want something to go wrong, right? Not super wrong, but... Surveyed each stall, just like yesterday. A's presence definitely caused a stir, but it didn't take long for the festive atmosphere to return. Ramen, yeah! Maybe a day will come when A can leave Tenshukaku, and it won't be so out of the ordinary. That's cute.
Another day of hard work. Where did the time...
Almighty Shogun! Glory to your everlasting reign! Welcome. Welcome.
This stall looks familiar. Yet it would seem the ownership has changed hands.
Ah, you must be thinking of Tomoki. He wasn't feeling well today, so I'm filling in.
Oh my god.
I see. Yet, you remind me of someone. A Doshin from the Tenryou Commission.
What are you looking at, eh?
The food offerings.
Uh-oh.
Although this vendor seems...
He seems terrified. It almost seems like his first day on the job. Hey, he's working.
Working? Ah, I see. I appreciate your dedication, sir.
Of course. It's an honor to serve such esteemed guests.
No need for formalities. I'll take 3 orders of dongo milk.
Right away.
3
3?
orders? So Paimon gets one too?
I thought she was gonna get them all.
Yes. I wanted to thank you for accompanying me. Without you by my side, I imagine the people here would be on edge even now. I have my reasons for being here, of course, but I would hate to tarnish the festive atmosphere.
This festival is for everyone, including you.
Indeed. The MIKAWA Flower Festival. Hundreds of years have passed since I last partook of the festivities. Much is different this time. The people, the place, the games. Yet, the name endures, and the joy of celebration along with it. I suppose that, in itself, is a form of eternity.
You finally understand that, girl. I'm proud of you.
Traveler, Paimon. And the Almighty Shogun?
Oh, Mizuki! Looks like you got some much-needed rest.
Yume Mizuki. Thank you for your aid earlier.
Of course. I'm always willing to help. It's my duty. I wish I could have dispelled the nightmares, but this situation is uncharted territory for me.
Even so, relieving the pain of the nightmares is no small feat. You honor the legacy of the Yumekui Baku.
So not even Mizuki could fix it? What's going on with this nightmare creature?
Let's save the difficult questions for later. Actually, I came here to ask you something. Want to come to the Isa bathhouse with me? Most of the contestants will be there. Oh, and don't worry about payment. It's my treat.
Really? Yes, let's go!
You want us to go to the hot springs now?
Well, game development isn't easy. Most of the contestants are exhausted and could use a break. You've been under a lot of pressure yourselves with the investigation and all. So I thought you might like to join.
Of course we would! Right,
what about A?
Traveler?
I will remain here. I rarely have time away from Tenshukaku, and I would like to continue perusing the stalls.
Aw, that's too bad.
I'm not going either.
Ah, I almost forgot. Miko wanted to talk to you, Traveler. I'll take you to her first.
Oh? Well, why don't we all go?
Almighty Shogun, your dango milk is ready.
Oh, delicious.
No need, Shogun. Miko just had some quick things to go over with the judges, that's all. You and Paimon can wait here. We'll only be a minute.
This is sussy. Why are they trying to split me up from A so much?
Alright, now we can talk freely.
Okay, what is it? Miko doesn't need to see me, does she?
I think something's off with the Shogun. You've been with her the whole day. Have you noticed anything?
No.
Up close, sometimes it's hard to see the whole picture. I think something is troubling her.
Something did seem off with A today. Maybe she's not used to leaving Tenshukaku. Or was it the reaction of the crowd? She's just not used to leaving. No, we've been through so much. Something so trivial wouldn't shake her. She must be keeping something to herself.
I've witnessed a lot of cases where patients,
Really?
for a variety of reasons, are unwilling or unable to seek help. Unfortunately, that only exacerbates the problem.
She's been through a lot, okay?
Until their emotions become
Like-
so heavy, even the strongest of people collapse under the weight. I see those warning signs in the Shogun. Humans, yokai, and archons bear the same capacity for emotion and are naturally susceptible to the same mental turmoil. It's very possible that someone who appears strong on the outside has learned to compartmentalize their negative emotions, and that is far from healthy. Anyway, the quickest route to curing the mind is through the heart. That's where you come in, Traveler.
As a clinical psychologist, isn't that where you come in?
Approaching someone in a professional capacity often makes them more guarded. But don't worry, you'll still have my help. Here, with these 2 special coupons, you can get into Isa Bathhouse after closing. Then, this is what you're gonna do.
Finally, you're back! Paimon's had 2 servings of dango milk already!
Sorry for the wait.
She
It
ate
sounds like
mine.
the Traveler has other plans, Paimon. So we'll head to the bathhouse on our own.
Huh? You're not coming? Okay. Paimon will bring you back a hot spring egg!
I don't like eggs.
There is no need to stay behind on my behalf. If you leave now, I'm sure you can catch up.
Something tells me you chose to stay behind on our behalf.
What makes you say that?
You don't want people to be on edge because of you.
If my presence makes them nervous or impedes their ability to relax, does that not defeat the purpose of going to the hot springs? I already disturbed their progress by coming to the festival. The last thing everyone needs is more distractions.
Aren't you under pressure too?
As you know, this body is hardly that fragile. It can operate for another 100 years with no issue. Mortals are weak in body and mind. If there is a choice of who to bear such a burden, naturally that person should be me.
What if you didn't have to worry about bothering anyone? Would you agree to go to the hot springs then?
What does it matter? The world is not so easily bent to one's will.
Yes.
What clever verbal tricks, Traveler. It appears you've been spending too much time with Miko. You think you can get away with manipulating the Shogun? I wouldn't be so sure.
Let's go.
Persistent indeed. Very well. As you proposed, we shall set out at midnight.
Yeah, that's nice. Okay, wait until nighttime.
Well, all
yeah,
right.
Let's go. This will be good for her. She needs self-care right now. She has a lot of healing she still has to do, so...
Steam replete with the scent of orchids. Water that turns the complexion a blushing pink. So, this is a hot spring.
Is it your first time here?
Yes, there are royal hot springs near Tenshukaku. But the plans were set in motion only after Hiragi Hiroshi introduced the Snezhnayan blast furnace to Inazuma, and that was 500 years ago. When the project was complete, I was already in the plain of Euthymia.
Oh.
And naturally, the body of the shogun has no need for such luxuries. The members of the Kanjo Commission were once friends with Makoto and the Kitsune Saigu. Although mere mortals, those who managed to survive back then were special individuals indeed.
Does it have anything to do with what's happening right now?
What makes you say that?
The look on your face.
Now I see why my officials claim that the hot springs facilitate conversation. Even I find myself divulging more than intended. You're correct. Following the dark disaster 500 years ago, a nightmare engulfed Inazuma. On a battlefield consumed in darkness, our soldiers fought against dark forces, creatures capable of possessing people and trapping them in nightmares. Even the Yumekui Baku could do nothing to wake them.
As awful as that sounds, it doesn't seem bad enough to make you this upset.
Perhaps not. The battle was intense. Those who stood up in defense of this land knew the chance of survival was slim. In the face of certain death, surely a nightmare is nothing to fear. But what if I told you this? If the person trapped in the nightmare was strong enough to overcome incapacitation, it would become a waking nightmare instead. The person would lose all capacity to distinguish dream from reality, perceiving everything in the real world as a continuation of the war, and every precious thing in life, as an enemy to be annihilated. That is a far more painful nightmare, both for the person in question and those around them.
I mean, that's pretty common. If I hadn't broken out of the nightmare yesterday, would that have happened to me? Then I must be so worried because... Did that happen to someone back then?
Yes. I unleashed Muso no Hitotachi and struck her down.
Oh, it was her friend. She was forced to do that.
No need. I have no regrets. I know it was the right decision, both for Inazuma's sake and her own. If necessary, I would do it again. Well, it's about time you two showed yourselves, yes? You've listened in long enough.
Oh. Before you say anything, this part wasn't me.
Well, since the cat's out of the bag, how about a hot spring tea party?
Hey!
Ah, nice and warm. No wonder the hot springs relaxed your inhibitions, eh?
So who came up with this idea? I want the truth.
I guess both of us?
Well, I happened to consult a certain clinical psychologist about how to get an old friend to open up. In her expert opinion, doing something new with a trusted companion in a new environment can make someone less guarded. Looks like it worked like a charm.
It did work, but why not do it yourself?
It's one thing to trust that Miko has good intentions, but would you let your guard down around her?
That's funny.
Your concern is misplaced. I kept these matters to myself because I was unsure whether this incident is connected to the past, and I did not want to interfere with the investigation. If the investigation reached an impasse, or new clues pointed to the nightmare from back then, naturally, I would have discussed this intel with you.
I mean, that's logical.
Intel, huh? It appears you still don't understand why I wanted you to open up in the first place.
Hmm?
Help! Help me! Sounds like it came from outside. Let's check it out.
Mika wanted her to open up so she can heal and move on. But is it the nightmare?
It seems different in some respects. Step back and allow me to examine her.
It isn't exactly the same.
What's going on? Almighty Shogun?
What happened just now? What frightened you?
Shogun,
She's like even more afraid of the Shogun.
It's all right. With the Shogun here, nothing can hurt you. Just take a deep breath and tell us what happened.
I almost fainted again
For
just
real.
now.
You faint?
Yes. I was on my way to your restaurant. And as I was crossing the bridge, I saw someone staring at me from behind a tree.
What?
It was hard to make out their appearance in the dark, but I had a bad feeling. So I tried to get a closer look in the moonlight, and it was me!
It's your doppelganger.
In that moment, I thought about how people who see their doppelganger usually end up dead, and I fainted from the shock. I don't remember anything after that.
Weird.
A doppelganger in Inazuma City. But we only detected traces of the nightmare around Mount Yogo.
I heard that people encountered doppelgangers at Mount Yogo too! Could it be the work of some terrible yokai?
Now that we have an understanding of the situation, why don't I take you to the police station to file a report?
Okay.
The situation is getting worse.
Yeah, it's bad.
If the doppelganger is limited to the festival grounds, that's one thing. But appearing on a random street in Inazuma City...
On the bright side, the victim seems okay this time.
Bad news, Shogun!
More people?
A Tenryou Commission official? What's wrong?
Another victim at the festival.
Kappa!
Kappa is trapped in a nightmare.
What?
But Sara and the others were keeping watch.
Make haste. Back to Mount Yogo at once.
Appreciate it teleports me. Not Kappa!
Kappa!
Excuse me. Let me take a look.
Mizuki! Traveler! Finally, you're back!
Shogun, the fault is mine. The Tenryou Commission failed to protect those under our charge.
Now is not the time to cast blame. Did anyone witness the attack?
No, we failed you. There's no trace of the enemy.
We split up for just a second, and the next thing we knew, he was on the ground.
Oh, it must be some terrible yokai.
Other than the bake-danuki transformation, there was no trace of yokai power at the scene. It's almost like the culprit's methods are getting more sophisticated. It's just without warning, but did he see a doppelganger too? Like, what? Doppelgangers, nightmares, Inazuma City, Mount Yogo.
How is he, Mizuki?
What does it all mean?
It's strange. I can't perceive his nightmare. It's almost like he's not there at all.
What?
The
He's dead?
yokai! It must be getting stronger!
Kappa, Oh, please don't die.
It's my fault. I should have anticipated the culprit might resort to more sophisticated
No.
methods.
It was I who underestimated the enemy. I who allowed us to continue the festival despite the potential dangers.
I mean...
Sarah, what is the status of the other contestants and staff?
Maybe they should have canceled it. All normal. I asked the Yashiro Commission to move them to a secure location just to be safe.
Good. By decree of the Shogun, I declare that the MIKAWA Flower Festival is...
Wait.
What is it, Miko?
You're being too hasty, eh? I understand your concern for the people, but I urge you to think this through, or we risk playing into the enemy's hand. Considering your history with nightmares, you have better cause than anyone to exercise caution. But do you truly believe that what we're facing now is just a nightmare?
Explain.
Call it intuition. If you want the truth, perhaps Doshin Shikanoin could shed some light. I believe there's been a break in the case.
You flatter me, Lady Guji. I do have a few ideas. Up to this point, we've only detected traces of the nightmare creature around Mount Yugo, and now a doppelganger appears in Inazuma City. Our original thought was that the culprit infiltrated the venue to evade capture. If so, there would be no reason for them to risk exposure by continuing to change form. Rather than concluding that the nightmare creature, on top of everything, now has the ability to disappear without a trace, I think there's a different possibility. The people who saw doppelgangers were mistaken, and the nightmare I saw wasn't real. The nightmare creature and the doppelgangers are separate entities. That's why their methods are different. They have separate goals. An enemy that has two different abilities and can suddenly appear and disappear without a trace. It seems too random, like a novel from Yaya Publishing House that tries to incorporate every element under the sun. They appeared at the same time as in place. That's why the Tenryou Commission conflated the two at first. But if we ignore the nightmare creature and look at the doppelganger incident in isolation, the culprit's motive is clear. Cause panic, I guess. I think that's it. Because of the folktale about doppelgangers, the culprit was able to incite panic without attacking anyone. But after the Tenryou Commission secured the venue, the culprit appeared in Inazuma City so that the panic would spread. But what's the end goal? Panic doesn't seem like enough of a motive. Panic is a means to an end, but I think the shift to Inazuma City proves something. Whatever their goal, terrorizing one location wasn't enough. Since Inazuma City is their new target, the person they're impersonating at the festival should be absent. Unless the culprit found a way to cover their tracks and incite more panic by leaving behind a stand-in.
Kappa is made of wood?
Oh my god, Paimon.
No wonder I couldn't sense the nightmare.
I see. So the doppelganger infiltrated the festival as Kappa and is currently hiding in Inazuma City. Is that correct?
Not just that. Replacing one person wasn't enough. If multiple people are replaced at once, they can cover for each other.
Kozo and his two friends were together the whole time, too. They would have noticed if someone was acting weird.
This kind of transformation is said to have a particular weakness. If the subject is frightened, the disguise starts to crumble.
It's a bake-danuki tail!
Kikaku! Kikaku! Run!
Tetsunosuke?
Oh my god.
Aren't you supposed to be in Inazuma City?
Leave you two by yourselves? That's not the Tanuki way!
No fighting! Let's go!
Oh my god. People run.
Bake-danuki! Those little terrors! Come on, let's go after them! Paimon's had enough of these things! What even are they? More bake-danuki tricks?
Ah! Nothing's working. The humans are catching up.
Little rascals! Stop running!
She's pissed.
You wish!
Transform! Stupid humans won't be able to recognize us! You can't see me. You can't see me.
Oh my god.
I'm up on fire.
Tetsunosuke, you idiot! Don't tell them the three of us turned into bonfires!
Hear that, Traveler? Bonfires!
Ouch! Transform!
They're gone again! Oh, what are they this time? Some kind of stone or brick? Oh!
Kichiro, protect us!
Save us, Tsukumo!
Okay.
We're almost rid of them.
That's enough. I will not fail the Shogun again because of you.
Tengu! Tengu was flying! Tengu is a cheater!
Surrender now, and I will spare your life.
Tengu! Why are you helping the humans? Tengu is a yokai!
My loyalties to the Shogun, humans and yokai, are no different in my eyes.
Shogun? That's the leader of the humans!
Shogun sent people to steal our land! Shogun is bad!
Nonsense. The Shogun would never give such an order.
Calm yourself, Sarah. Let's hear them out.
Shogun sent humans to steal our home!
And the MIKAWA Flower Festival! Shogun is making yokai serve the humans!
Serve the humans? He's not talking about the game development, is he?
Yeah, I think he is.
Shogun even forced Great Baku Yokai to work all night!
Oh, you mean yesterday? That was my choice, actually.
Jeez, where are these ideas coming from?
Stay back!
Humans want to enslave us again!
Hold on. Something's not right. We should try a different approach.
No need. I know what's wrong. They're trapped in a nightmare.
What are you doing? Trying to put Tetsunosuke to work?
Kinkaku doesn't want to stay up all night.
This is the thing that scares him the most.
Servitude, enslavement. These might sound like ridiculous misunderstandings to us, but that is their reality right now. A world of despair and fear, where enemies lurk at every turn, devoid of even a single shred of light.
So, they're sleepwalking? How do we wake them up?
If we knew how, we would have done so back then.
Give us your worst! Kinkaku will never leave the Tanuki path! Kinkaku will die before serving you!
Truly?
Oh, I can... If it's from the abyss?
What are you doing? No, don't!
The humans are everywhere. We can't hide forever.
How long have we been hiding? 100 years? 500 years?
No idea. If Yoroi was still around, he would remember.
Shh, quiet! Someone's coming.
This is a fine piece of land. The grain yield should be exceptional.
Remember to check for traces of yokai in the surrounding area. By order of the Shogun.
By order of the Shogun, we are to exterminate all yokai that cross our path.
Why so hasty? We should leave some alive. We can make them work their own land.
Hey, you know about the MIKAWA Flower Festival, right? I heard 50% of the profit is going to the development fund.
Oh yeah, the festival for humans. And...
The festival for humans, and humans alone. The yokai have had their fun. It's our turn now.
That's right. We should put them to work. They're known for their transformations, right? Then the little monkeys can dance for us until they die.
No. How could they do that?
Quiet, or they'll catch us.
Oh my god.
What? What is that? Ah!
Hey, are you alright? Yoko, Kappa, I need help over here! Hold on, we're coming!
The yokai and the humans are unconscious?
The same thing happened to all of them?
The MIKAWA Flower Festival!
This yokai can speak?
No, if we don't make it to the MIKAWA Flower Festival, Boss Tama will be so upset. Boss Tama will eat us.
The humans are coming for us. We're gonna lose our home. What do we do?
We infiltrate the MIKAWA Flower Festival. We scare the humans away and then they won't come.
But how do we get into the festival?
Boss Toma is the best!
How about we turn into those 3 yokai?
These memories, they belong to the bake-danuki?
Traveler!
I absorbed a lot just
Are
now.
you all right, traveler?
I got it all.
Where are we?
Huh? The nightmare is gone. You purified it.
Just my way of dealing with the abyss.
Humans! And a bunch of yokai! The MIKAWA Flower Festival! The humans are gonna... They're gonna... What were they gonna do?
They're confused. That might have something to do with a long time in hiding.
Oh, that explains all the Boss Toma this
Yeah.
and Boss Toma that.
Yeah.
That was the only thing they could imitate. Wait a second. Hitotsume Kozo and the others should be a Kitsuyuge experts. But this time, Toma did all the work. I can't believe we missed something so suspicious.
You're like Hazo, whose skills only worked in hindsight.
Oh, you're saying Paimon's deductive reasoning is Hazel level.
Based on your description, Traveler, it's possible these bake-danuki have been in hiding for 500 years. Sounds like they know Ioroi, too. Why don't we ask him? It's not far.
The protector of the grove. It's been 500 years since our last meeting. Sarah, Hazo, return to the festival to keep watch. The doppelganger incident has been resolved, but the threat of the nightmare remains. I will handle the meeting with Ioroi myself.
So obviously it all just leads back to the nightmare as the source of the problem.
Oh, keep it down. Bringing all these people at this hour. Don't you know even statues need to sleep? Shogun! I bow before thee. No, wait, shoot, I'm still a statue. What should I...
All is well, Ioroi, hidden protector of the grove.
Ah, that would be because when Ioroi tried to pluck a naku weed from the Imperial Garden, A nearly split him in two, Yashiori Island style.
Keep it to yourself, you meddlesome kitsune.
Ioroi, I wish to ask you something.
Anything, Shogun. Absolutely anything. It is my honor to answer.
Suck up.
You could have at least slowed down a little. It took forever to convince them to come with me.
Oh, it's Yoroi! The humans really did kill you!
Your body is stone!
Huh? I am not dead!
Not dead? The Kitsune spoke the truth?
This smell is Yoroi! Yoroi is alive!
Yoroi? The humans really did seal you away!
Wait, this must be Kinkaku, Ginkaku, and Tetsunosuke! You weren't sealed away?
When the humans, Kamuna Harunosuke, came to hurt us.
We ran and hid. The humans searched and searched. So many friends couldn't move. Our yokai powers were getting weaker.
So we decided to escape the human just as the great bake-danuki Tsukumo taught us, by digging a hole in the ground!
That's when we uncovered a horn filled with yokai power. It was the will of the great bake-danuki Kichiro made manifest!
It restored our power! And then we made the human go, oh, oh, ching, yeah, yeah!
Oh, and by Ting Tune, yeah, you mean?
We tricked him and ran.
So,
Oh my
you
God.
didn't actually beat him up at all?
We've been using the horn to hide ever since. But there are too many humans. It's getting harder to hide.
A horn full of yokai power. Could that be the source of the nightmares? The reason the bake-danuki are so afraid of humans? If the horn contained the fragment of a nightmare, using its power to hide would spread the nightmare to them. That means the bake-danuki have been trapped inside this state of anxiety for 500 years.
Ha! I could have told you that nothing good would come from that horn. Using external power is against the Tanuki path.
Wow, it spread to them.
We strayed from the path?
But the horn helped us hide from the humans. The humans tried to take our land.
On the contrary, the purpose of the investigation was to determine in advance if yokai were present on the land in question, whether we avoid encroaching on yokai territory altogether, or attempt to reach a mutually beneficial agreement. A peaceful resolution was always the goal.
Oh, really?
Wait, that is what the humans said back then, isn't it?
By order of the Shogun, if yokai live here, we need to discuss the proposal.
But he couldn't hear it because of the nightmare.
Ginkaku, Ginkaku, Tetsunosuke. Not all humans are bad. Yellow Fur over there helped me a great deal, you know.
Besides, the bake-danuki were only sealed away back then because Yoroi stole that comb.
Yoroi? It's a thief? Yoroi got what he deserved.
How was I to know it was used to make sacred Sakura Daifuku? I gave it back, didn't I?
So the humans were mean for no reason?
Well, if you must know, the young human and I fought. I was perhaps a tad careless, so I conceded the match. Anyway, the point is, neither side is bad.
There he goes again, changing the subject when it makes him look bad.
Now you know. No human is trying to harm you.
So, it was all a nightmare.
500 years in hiding? For nothing.
It was a 500-year-long game of hide and seek. What's so bad about that? Besides, you won.
Huh? We won? Go us! We're even better than Yoroi!
Hey, my game of hide and seek isn't over yet.
Wow, the mind of a bake-danuki is something else. Still so cheerful even after all that.
That nature is what isolated them from the worst effects of the nightmare and prevented them from causing any real harm. But a nightmare that's still affecting people after all this time?
Right.
Who could it belong to? A horn buried under Mount Yogo.
I feel like I've heard a legend about that.
Tainted by darkness, the Oni warrior raised her sword against the almighty shogun, Losing an arm and a horn to the Shogun's blade, she fled into the forest, never to be seen again. A trusted lieutenant fighting against the forces of darkness, she was once devoured whole by a beast from beyond this world, with the body of a tiger and the tail of a serpent, until she tore the creature apart from within. Thus she earned the name Chiyo the Tigerbite, or Tora Chiyo.
I don't think Chiyo would like that name. Though she escaped the belly of the beast alive, that battle never left her. She saw the memories of her fallen comrades everywhere, slaughtered one after another, until she could no longer distinguish dream from reality.
A nightmare doesn't incapacitate someone with sufficient strength. It turns into something even worse.
The nightmare twisted every joy in her life, her subordinates, family, and friends, into enemies in need of destruction. It was in that state, trapped in the battlefield of her mind, that she raised her sword against me on Mount Yogo. With the Muso no Hitotachi, I cut off her arm, one of her horns, and a portion of the mountain itself. I suspect that is when the horn in question was buried there.
Damn.
And subsequently uncovered by 3 bake-danuki. That means the fragment on the horn comes from Chiyo's nightmare.
Nightmares feed on fear and anxiety. If what the traveler saw is true, it's possible Kinkaku and the others' fear over the past 500 years allowed the fragment to gain physical form and become something akin to a jibakure, an earthbound spirit. They move through the ley lines, but are also bound by them. That's why the traces of this entity appeared intermittently and never outside of Mount Yogo.
It would seem the fragment of this nightmare is no different from the one back then. It hates all joy and every good thing in this world. The investigation team working for a better future? Attacked. Hitotsume Kozo and his friends, kind enough to lend a helping hand? Attacked.
Yeah, and we were attacked too! Right when we were having fun with the playtesting.
So why hasn't it appeared since?
Perhaps it needs to regain strength after your defeat. Or perhaps it is biding its time because it knows, with whatever rationality remains, that it cannot defeat you. But sooner or later, its twisted hatred will force it out of hiding, and it will move to strike its enemies. When Chiyo set her sights on a target, she was never one to waver.
Oh.
But both possibilities prove something. Nightmare fragments can be defeated, and an enemy that can be killed is one that can be split in two by the power of Muso Ishin.
There's really no other way?
Mikoshi Chiyo is gone. A fragment of a nightmare tied to a severed horn. That is all that remains. The living must take precedent over the memory of the dead.
Even so, having to unleash Muso Ishin against her again? Would A really be okay? Mizuki said, Archons suffer from the same turmoil as the rest of us. The dead may be gone, but that doesn't mean our emotions die with them.
Who cares about the dead anyway? I'm just trying to look out for the living.
What is that supposed to mean, Miko?
Oh, I'm just concerned about our poor bake-danuki friends.
Huh? What does that have to do with us?
The nightmare fragment has been tied to the bake-danuki for nearly 500 years. Strike it down, and who's to say whether you take the lives of our poor friends along with it?
What?
I beseech you, almighty Shogun, spare the young ones. It was just a momentary... oh, no. A 500-year-long lapse in judgment.
Miko, you speak the truth?
If you don't believe me, ask Mizuki and the Traveler. I'm sure they've encountered similar cases during their extensive travel.
Well, Oh! Yes, during my studies both in Liyue and Natlan.
Then, What would you propose?
Definitely seen that
this
before.
This nightmare fragment is a constant threat to Inazuma. Should all other options fail, I will take action.
If the fragment's hatred toward the world comes from a nightmare, then the most logical option is to get rid of the nightmare itself.
Right! Can't you just eat the nightmare, Mizuki?
Right!
The Yumekui Baku already tried that 500 years
Why
ago.
not?
Even yesterday, when faced with the corruption of the nightmare, Mizuki could only mitigate the effects.
Oh. But I could help, right? Because
what was impossible back then is not necessarily impossible now. I think Mizuki has the right idea. If we cannot eradicate the nightmares directly, why not use this entity's tricks against it? Combat illusions with illusions. Combat nightmares with dreams.
Is that even possible?
Don't forget, there are yokai that specialize in shape-shifting and illusions, and they happen to be right in front of us.
Where? Kinkaku doesn't see them anywhere.
Maybe they're hiding us trees? Or the wind?
Fools!
They're
the
dumb.
kitsune is clearly referring to the bake-danuki. Tetsunosuke, Kinkaku, must you be so dense?
Given their centuries-long connection to the nightmare fragment, they are perfectly positioned to create a dreamscape that the entity will be unable to distinguish from the real world.
Back then, the nightmare had little to no weaknesses. If we want to give the bake-danuki an opportunity to strike, I assume you have a plan, Miko?
You said it yourself. Mikoshi Chiyo is gone. All that remains is a fragment of her nightmare, already broken and vulnerable. Besides, Mizuki is an old friend, one that is not to be underestimated. She has traveled the land studying dreams and is far more capable than those old fossils back then.
Oh, she just usually doesn't compliment me to my face. But Miko's right. If we work together, I'm confident we can put together a ritual to subdue the nightmare fragment.
Once we perform the ritual, it will take some time for the barrier to take effect. Luckily for us, we have two formidable warriors on our side. Our festival representative, who also happens to have extensive experience against dark forces, and the almighty Shogun, unmatched in combat. I'm sure the two of you can buy us some time.
There's just one problem. Since this entity can pass through the ley lines, its movements are unpredictable. If we're going to create a barrier, how can we be sure it appears where we want?
The solution to that is obvious. If the nightmare fragment despises all sources of joy and happiness, then naturally a joyous occasion would be an evil beyond measure. An enemy that must be annihilated at all costs.
Yeah, it's bait.
So, if we want to lure it out...
The MIKAWA Flower Festival!
What joy could possibly compare to finishing one's work right before the deadline?
I would imagine we can all think of a few. But I agree. The MIKAWA Flower Festival is the most plausible target. Once the enemy appears, I will pull them into the plane of Euthymia immediately. I will not put the people in danger. Traveler, I ask that you join me there so we can subdue the enemy together.
All right. I will update everyone back at the festival and start the preparations for the ritual. I'll need your help, Mizuki. It's going to be a busy night.
Looks like an all-nighter for me.
Well, this was your idea. Oh, and don't forget, you need to finish a little fox's daydream as well.
And in a surprising twist, you were my nightmare all along.
Okay.
Time to go.
Traveler, during the battle tomorrow, it is imperative you know your limits. If the enemy proves too much to handle, leave them to me. I know. I understand your concerns, just as you know mine. We need not say any more than that. Just get some rest and prepare yourself for the battle to come. One more thing. Thank you.
All right. So I think there's one more chapter left. Still. Wonder how long do you think it's gonna take? I might I'm kind of running out of time. My dad is here and he's waiting on me. But I want to finish it. I just don't know how much longer it's gonna be. So I'm getting a little nervous. The last chapter is shorter. Okay. I tried to wake up earlier today so that we could get it all done, but it's been a lot. I assembled all the key information into booklets, and the incantation for the ritual has been distributed along with them.
Remarkably efficient, Ayato. How are things with the Tenryo Commission?
We've adjusted our defensive efforts in response to the Nightmare Fragment. Now that we no longer need to worry about the doppelgangers, we can be much more efficient.
Oh, you're all here!
And with your arrival, we can be even more confident in the strength of our defenses. Nevertheless, we must remain vigilant. We all must do our part to give Zepla and the Shogun the best chance against this enemy.
Well, it's a relief to have you all in our corner.
Where's Ayaka? With the festival preparations complete, we have everything covered over here. Ayaka is currently helping those in need.
Those in need?
Most of the game development teams are short on manpower, so Ayaka and a few others are helping them out.
I'm sure you'll run into her as you walk around. Oh, and just a reminder, you need to select the best game later tonight. Most importantly, don't forget to enjoy yourself. We need this event to be as joyful as possible if we want the plan to work. Once you're done experiencing the festival, you should check in with A.
Okay, let's go.
Ah, Captain. Swordfish 2, salute.
Been a while. I'll say the squad was a little reluctant to help at first, but telling them you were the festival rep had them moving faster than an actual swordfish.
To be honest, some Watatsumi Islanders aren't too concerned about the festival or the safety of Narukami Island.
But if they knew it was for the captain of Swordfish 2, I'm confident everyone would be here in a heartbeat.
Not even the words of a divine priestess are enough to convince the people of Watatsumi and Narukami Islands to let go of the past. It takes time, communication, and most importantly, the help of very special people. Your representation at this festival and my collaboration with Mizuki will serve as bridges between Watatsumi Island and the outside world.
Huh. I never considered that angle. You possess wisdom beyond your years, Kokomi. On par with a certain other shrine maiden I know.
Mizuki! Did you get any sleep at all?
I'm fine. Sometimes you need to push past your mental limits to unleash your full potential. I've seen that many times in my line of work. I will. The good news is, the ritual is all set. That means the festival can proceed, and we can focus on realizing our vision. As for the more pressing matter, once the Nightmare Fragment appears, we will begin the ritual. But it needs time to take effect. You and the Shogun are the only ones who can subdue the enemy until then. Do you remember what I told you yesterday?
This is gonna be really rough for Raiden.
Humans, yokai, and archons bear the same capacity for emotion and are naturally susceptible to the same mental turmoil. It's very possible that someone who appears strong on the outside has learned to compartmentalize their negative emotions, and that is far from healthy. Good. I trust you won't let the Shogun shoulder this alone. Not anymore.
Okay. Toma, my bro, I heard you're in a bind. The almighty Arataki unbeatable and unmatched game dev team is here to help. It feels illegal to just read his lines. Like, it's just, this is wrong. This is just... I'm not sure how helpful most of them will turn out to be, but I at least am a licensed game designer. I'm so sorry, everyone. I was so focused on the game, I didn't notice Kinkaku and the others at all.
Not your fault. Bake-danuki are powerful. Even Shosei couldn't smell them.
Zepla, Paimon. Don't sweat the small stuff. I'm sure all Hitatsume Kozo and all those little fellas want is for you to honor their last wishes and finish what you set out to do. That was beautiful, boss. But last wishes are used for people who are, you know, dead. Dead? As in the big sleep? The final curtain? The last hurrah? Gento, you copied down the wrong thing.
Longhorn Oni is stupid. Stupid Oni really helped make game?
Roasted. We'll see. But as you said, I'll try my best to finish what we started.
By the way, where are the real Hitotsume Kozo and his friends? And what about Tetsunosuke and the others?
After the three passed out, the bake-danuki hid them in their home to keep them safe. Even under the influence of a nightmare fragment, bake-danuki are kind at heart. As for Tetsunosuke and the others, they're in charge of setting up the ritual as punishment for causing all that panic. Something about showing them what it's really like to work through the night. I see. Okay. Got it. I'm just getting back. Has the kitty arrived?
Puzzle is a bit too complicated.
Yes, but he's hiding under the couch.
It'd be a lot easier to understand, don't you think?
He's terrified and he will not come out at all. He's super scared. Yeah. He's a black cat. Yeah.
You're right. I never thought about it that way.
Nice one, Ayaka. I knew you'd be a great addition to the team.
Oh, no. You two did all the hard work. You made it easy for me. Oh, when did you get here?
Just now! Seems like you're a natural, Ayaka. A real game developer at heart, huh?
You talked about wanting to create a game the day before yesterday.
Oh, you remember that. Well, Brother had everything covered, so I asked Yoimiya if she could use a hand. I'm just glad I didn't turn out to be an inconvenience.
An inconvenience? We were in such a jam. You saved us.
In a jam? Because jam is sticky, and we got stuck.
True.
Not that kind of jam. But it doesn't matter. We just need to get this done.
Traveler, Lady Guji told me about the upcoming battle. As I understand it, this is an extremely dangerous endeavor, and the rest of us can only help from the sidelines. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. Be careful.
Thoughts and prayers. Okay. Where is she? Like... She high up? Yes. Oh no, is there gonna be puzzles?
It's you. Before battle, it is imperative to calm the mind.
Okay.
If you have unfinished business...
No.
Then, come meditate with me.
Oh, I meditate every day. Did you know that? Oh, yeah, it's true. You seem unsettled.
Since leaving the plane of Euthymia, I seem to experience this feeling more and more, whether in the markets of Inazuma or before the sacred Sakura.
I seem to have a hand in a lot of those. Sorry.
No, it may not be a bad thing. In the plane of euthymia, I could not perceive the consequences of my choices. But that did not preclude their impact. It is only natural that I would feel their effect one day. Even a god cannot sever the link between cause and effect. I have come to realize that isolating oneself from all engagement is no way to reach a true state of euthymia.
It is good that she's realized this. It was not easy for her.
I will not unleash Muso no Hitotachi this time. I can only support you in the battle ahead, using illusion against illusion, dream against nightmare. The ultimate success of this plan comes down to you, Traveler.
This is a last-minute plan. We don't know exactly what we're about to face, and it could all fall through at a moment's notice. But one thing's for sure. This time, you will not face her alone. Yeah. So that it will be less traumatic for her.
Did we do it?
Just in time. Woohoo! Right on! Big dubs for the team!
The Arataki gang rules!
I tried, okay? I'm not Ito. Or am I? What in the... Don't panic. Just follow the plan.
Prepare yourself, Traveler.
Done. I was born ready.
All right. Follow me.
Let's go. Everything going according to plan. Oh, we got Perry and Velbreak coming back. I like that. That was fun last time. Okay.
To think, there would be a day when we would fight in the plain of Euthymia, side by side. Be on your guard, Traveler.
Got him.
Of thunder, heed our call.
Oh my god, I need BGM 100. Ha ha! Oh! Second too late, man. That's some bullshit. Bing, bing, bing. I'm jamming too hard to pay attention to what's going on in here. Oh!
Shatter the night.
Unmask it all.
Fuck. I'm bad.
An end to this illusion.
I heard the clink.
With your might, let illusions fall.
Your opponent begins to falter. I'm not that bad at it. Wait for A to attack. Alright. Well. Is that not...
I lend you my power.
Okay, there we go.
I grant you the Shogun's blessing.
Yeah.
We have the advantage. Time to strike.
What a great song. That was awesome. That's why we needed to fight in there, because of the soundtrack.
God of thunder, Heed our call.
Shatter the night, unmask it all!
With your might, let illusions fall.
Soundtrack's so good.
Wake up! Wake up! Makoshi-sama! Makoshi-sama! Are you okay?
We thought you'd been eaten alive by that beast.
Mother!
Do what you must. Just save her.
This nightmare, it's beyond our skill to heal.
No!
A nightmare. It felt like an endless nightmare.
Sleep in peace. This time, only sweet dreams await.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's horrible.
For many of us, I'm
Oh
sure
my
the
God.
last few days have seen unforgettable levels of stress and fatigue. But for now, I hope we can put the past behind us and enjoy a night of pure, unadulterated fun.
It's so tragic. Time
Now, before we
for
kick things
some
off,
fun.
our representative will announce the award for Best Game.
Woohoo!
So full. The winning team will take home a sum of prize money courtesy of the Yashiro Commission, along with the Tanuki Game Award. In addition, our special guest has the honor of announcing a special award. Shogun, if you could.
This special award recognizes the team with the most immersive game, and that goes to the creators of the horror game, The Doppelganger Incident. Kinkaku, Ginkaku, and Tetsunosuke.
Huh? Oh, so it was a horror game all along! I really thought I'd seen a ghost.
Wow.
Oh my
that
god.
takes immersive to a whole new level. Bake-danuki are something else.
Smart idea. Now people have no reason to fear the yokai. I don't think the Shogun and Lady Guji want the yokai to fear humans
I
either.
present you this award in the name of the Narukami Ogosho, and I promise you this. No human shall infringe on your peace without cause.
Shogun is the best!
Shogun is the best!
The whole purpose of the investigation was to avoid disturbing yokai territory. Besides, the world is a big place. Humans, yokai, there's more than enough room for all of us.
Wow. That's it. Yeah. What's up? Is that really the whole thing? With the whole event? I think so. Compadre, a little birdie told me you went to Ice Bathhouse last night. I'm getting the crew together, and we're gonna go there to celebrate. You in?
But we were just there.
Yeah, but I bet you were missing a few people, yeah? Like Shinobu and Goro, you know, Ayato. Yes, I was. Oh my god. Boss heard about the trip. Now he wants to go. Anyway, once you're done perusing, come find me and we'll soak it up. Wait, what? No. But I do want to see that. Ready to get your soak on? Oh yeah. Next stop, the bathhouse. This has got to be the hottest one. Let's see who can last the longest. Who's in? If you're that excited about it, how can I refuse? This isn't a sauna.
So warm.
Where's her wings?
Oh, hey! Don't fall asleep in the tub!
My fur is so heavy. I almost feel dizzy. If you can't handle the heat, Goro, get out of the tub! Hey! Stop being so loud. On the other side. Man, I thought I was gonna see Ayato in the tub. Ito is as energetic as ever.
It's not good to get distracted during a match, brother.
Whoa! This game is getting heated. What's your next move, Zepla? What do you two think? I would take it slow. Try to consolidate my advantage. Or you could be aggressive. Taking a risk isn't a bad idea. Be aggressive. Oh, very clever, Zepla. A decisive defeat. I concede. Now, based on the random draw earlier, the next player should be Ayaka. Have fun, you two. What?
Oh,
no, stay.
Okay. Go easy on me, traveler.
Ayato must have lost me on purpose to give Ayaka more time to play. Definitely he did.
Boss! The MIKAWA Flower Festival was a huge success for us! We had 3 times more visitors than usual. Based on what we've made so far, I think we'll be able to make this much.
That's great news! We might even beat Yai Publishing House this month.
Oh, you look pleased about something. Having a party without me?
Oh, it's nothing.
I forgot to share some good news with you. 30% of the proceeds from the festival have been transferred to Yai Publishing House. We're expecting record profit this month. Don't you think congratulations are in order?
What?
Well, boss, I guess congratulations are in order. This is our 333rd time competing against Yai Publishing House in sales, and our best showing to date. 2nd place.
They finally fixed the business. Everything is totally solid and good now after they were previously quite bad.
May this be a night of sweet dreams for all.
Awesome. Well, we did it. Finished the whole story for the event, and I loved it. It was really fantastic. I think one of the things I liked most about it was the consistency of character writing. Like, I think Yaimiko and A are both characters that, in my opinion, are very difficult to write for, because Miko doesn't do anything obviously. Everything she does is subtle, and she always has scheming going on, and she's always playing 5D chess, and that's not an easy character to write for, while at the same time giving her charm and the charisma that she has. Like having this, you know, sly, cunning but fun personalities. It's very hard to write that kind of a character, but throughout this entire event quest, I felt like her writing was absolutely consistent with the idea I have of her and the version of her that I've met before. And it was really, really well done. And A as well. A is another character who I think would be difficult to write for.
I see the value in my own work.
Because she is like learning about what it is to live a more normal life than she had, trying to move on from the trauma. Like, I think of all the characters in the game, A is probably one of the ones that I personally have been able to relate to the most, because she's the one who's dealt with war. Like, she's dealt with trauma. She has and this story too was a lot about, obviously it's about the nightmare, but the nightmare is a way to explore concepts like PTSD, where you're in a waking nightmare, and like, how can you really move on from that? Like, she's still haunted by these memories that she had of Chio. And like, I remember, I think it might have been from her story quest that I did, where, you know, you see this scene, this idyllic scene before the war, when they're all having the picnic and it's just peaceful. And whenever they showed that scene again in the context of what has just happened, like finally letting that last remnant of her pain fade away and blow away in the wind. And it really felt like such an important moment for A, for her to be able to do that. And just when it transitioned to her being alone there, usually that just feels like despair completely, but interestingly, she's, you know, it transitions to her being alone, which is of course sad, but there's a little bit of light that shines after, and she turns to, and she smiles a little, which man, it's just, it's kind of like pissed me off that this isn't an event quest. What the like, this, it feels like a very important chapter for her, like a concluding chapter to her story. I feel like Raiden has some of the strongest event, like a character story in the game, and I'm a little pissed off that they put such a fantastic conclusion to that in an event that's limited time, that's gonna go away on, like, Sunday is the last day to do it. That really feels like, I'm glad that it's such a great story. Don't get me wrong. It's like, it's because it's such a great story and such a important chapter for her that I'm upset about that. Overall, I loved the bake-danuki guys. They were really fun. Like, the interactions between Miko and the other yokai was really interesting too. And it was very playful writing a lot of the time. You see that it was like there was a little bit of a mystery to resolve, and that was intriguing. Like, was all this doppelgangers and the nightmare, how are they connected, how are they not? That was really cool. And of course they also expand a little bit on Mizuki's story, which felt like it wasn't in the way. It felt like a natural and organic way to develop her as a character, while at the same time doing a lot for Miko and A, which felt like it all felt natural. It didn't feel like anybody's storyline was competing with anybody else's. Another thing that I really liked with the event was the framing of the quest. Like, this is something that I've come to appreciate more and more. Kind of after playing and rewatching Penacony and doing some Star Rail, is like, and also Final Fantasy 14 can be guilty of this too. Doing quests where you see different framing, different positioning of characters between different dialogue options, seeing scenery in the background, Especially, I think they did this really well in this whole sequence with actually in Mizuki's quest with the guy. I mean, I'm kind of blurring that. This is separate, but it's another good example of it because obviously I did Mizuki's story before the event. But in the nightmare of his world, nightmare world, where we go, and there was all this like crazy dream-like upside down framing for that. I thought that was really cool. But this event also continued to like carry that on throughout the entire thing. Like I never felt like I'm staring at a very static image of just. They definitely
I also see the meaning in all.
There was some moments where you just look at the screen and it's just very beautiful. It's picturesque. Like I think at one point we're standing on top of the mountain and we're at the festival venue and there's a sunrise in the background and Mizuki is there, and it's like, I don't know, there's an art to that, and I feel like it does matter to keep that feeling dynamic and keep it feeling alive. Through, I guess, choreography is the word I would use for that. So yeah, that was awesome. I also really enjoyed the Elden Ring style perfect parry mechanic. That was actually amazing. I enjoyed that a lot. I wouldn't mind seeing more of that in the future. Being in that area with A and fighting the fragment of the nightmare there with her was pretty cool. Like when she said, can you imagine that we're both here together fighting like on the same side? And that was true. Obviously the music that plays in there is absolutely banging. But if I was going to criticize something, I would say the point when we were in there, I expected them to use a model for the boss of Chio. And I feel like they should have. Like, I kind of understand why they didn't, but I think that they should have, really. Instead of just use the kind of more generic model that they went with. But yeah, that's like a really small gripe, because immediately after that, you get this phenomenal, just gorgeous cutscene. Like the animation and the cutscene that went into that was just stunning. So yeah, that's kind of a small gripe. I did feel like there was some points, mainly in the second chapter, when I felt like it did drag a little bit. There was a little bit of points where there was just too much yapping, and that felt like could have been condensed a little bit more. But that was not really that big of a deal. Overall, I thought it was really solid. I enjoyed it so much. I'm really glad I decided to not just do it, but also do the Mizuki story immediately before that, because that was some important context about who she is, what she's capable of, you know, what her role is, what she cares about. I think that all was really important background information before going into this event. So I'm really thankful to those of you who strongly recommended that I do that all in one go. But yeah, so that's kind of really all I have to say about it.